Hey, good morning. No, yesterday I went and I made a little movie of going to the church and all, and one of the guys asked me where was I at because it was so green, for it to be March, and I read that last night while I was in my tent, and I just said, well, where I'm at, it's a lot of pine trees and live oaks, and I know that they stay green all year round, so that's how I answered it. Well, this morning I got up and just cracking daylight and made some coffee, and I looked down next to the pond over there, and it's all got green, and it's green. Now, there's some of those small, I guess they're maples. I don't know my trees super well, and then there's some kind of tree that grows down there. Maybe it's gums, and they don't have leaves, but they're little and scraggly. But all these big trees around here, it's more than just live oaks. I think it's either water oaks or red oak, you know, or white oak. I see a lot of white on the bark, but they still got a lot of leaves. I mean, they're thin, but there's a lot of leaves. And looking, I don't know if it looks green or not behind me, but so I realized just looking around, so I'm like, how come it is greener than it usually is this time of year? And I got to thinking, I haven't wore a super heavy coat this whole winter. That vest that you see in my last video, or almost all my videos, I wore it through the desert and everywhere, But I'm down below Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, about, well, I don't know, 60 miles at the most. And off the shore, probably about 12 miles from, not McClellanville where you could go through it, but from the ocean, about 12 miles in, and there's a low dip through here. I noticed when I got over next to church, there weren't as much greenery as here, and it's not that far away. It's probably 8 miles from me, further that inland, but I think it's super green because I don't remember but just a couple of frost, and that's in Conway, South Carolina, and I didn't see but just, like I said, I'm not wearing all them coats and stuff like I have every winter. So, and I've actually been outside more this year than last year. We haven't had any snow. I've only seen the frost a couple times, and it weren't even a thick frost. It was super thin. So I'm assuming that we've had a lot warmer winter. But I am glad that the person posted me about that, because I would not have noticed how green it is to have gone through a winter. Well, after a while, I'm going to take the tent down and load up the motorcycle and head back in. Now, I'd love to stay, and I have no problem with staying. I've stayed 6 or 7 days in the desert. I've stayed up in the mountains several days with it ice cold. It's just that, sometimes you just got to do other things. But cheers to the warm winter that we've had here, because I've seen where they've had a lot of cold up north this year. And like I was saying, all good things must come to an end. Yesterday, that's just a saying I've always heard. I don't believe that's 100% true, but I do know my camping's over with for this week. So let's see here. I got the tent put up. While I'm doing other things, I'll let that mat there dry a little while. Wipe it off with a rag or something, let it dry quicker. That was the floor mat to get in. But one of the tricks is take that stick and do it in a spinning motion if it's the ones that slide through, and I've never had problems. You saw how easy that was. A lot of people try to pull it straight and it gets hooked, but if you do it in a spinning motion, it's kind of slapping all around in there and it works its way out. That's a trick no one showed me. Probably everybody knows about it, but I didn't know about it, and I learned it a good many years ago. And everybody's like, how do you take your tent down so fast? And I didn't know. I thought everybody did it. And maybe most do. All right, just showing you how to take a tent down in the mornings. Well, I've got everything packed now, and I picked up all my trash, and I put the fire out, and I even picked up some trash that weren't even mine. So, but it was already clean. I just took a little bit of cans out of the fire where someone had burnt some cans. So I'm getting ready to leave. And I'm going to go back by that old church and see if I can find out a name to it, or maybe something marked in the graveyard or something that could help me. Maybe find a GPS coordinates. I'm interested in it, and some other people are interested in it. So just curious. Well, I guess I'm ready to head out. I'll scoot by that church before I head home.